Hi, I'm Capt. Stanford with Texas Fish Tips. This is your weekly fishing report.
Folks, there's a lot of good fish over here at the jetties. Got to be careful when it's too windy. Don't get out there if you do. On that south wind, you can fish right down through here. Not bad. The current's not too strong. Now, you can fish out of your pickup. You can fish right down through these rocks. It's a good place to fish. Or if you want to walk all the way on the end of those rocks, go right ahead. But it's a long, long walk. Take some good shoes. Shrimp has been working pretty good out there. Take your small cast net, you can catch some mullet right up next to the rocks, finger mullet, and that works pretty good for the reds and the trout. Same way over in the North Jetty. If you got you a boat, get over here along these rocks. There's some good fish to be had. Shrimp has been working pretty good. You can use croaker, piggies, or pin perch. If you can find mullet, get them. It works real good. Same thing, get on the north side of these jetties. There's some tarpon working around here. They will eat a shrimp. We actually hooked one up today. But you got to get back here behind these rocks where it's not near as windy. Okay, be careful over at the old Fina docks. They've got those pilings cut off. I've known a couple of boats to run over those pilings in about 30 foot of water. They're about 100 yards from the dang bank. Be careful. They finally put 2 buoys up on it after another boat hit it again last weekend. There's really no telling how many people's hit those. Now, incoming tide right here in the Lady Ann Channel, where the shrimp channel comes in and connect. There's been holding some nice redfish up on this bank. Cut bait's a good way to go. If you got a croaker, put him on a Carolina rig, chunk him out there, and throw him on the bottom like you would for a piece of cut bait. Those redfish eat it, and you might get a good flounder doing that as well. Come on down here through the Lady Ann Channel. This little island right here, get on the back side of it. Inside there, you'll catch a couple of reds. There's really some good trout in there, but the bad thing is sometimes you get those dolphins following you. If they're there, you might as well move on just another couple of yards, trying to get away from them. But there is some good trout to be had on croaker in there. Now, outside this island, all the way down through Quarantine Shoreline, we're holding some nice trout. Same thing, 5-6 foot of water right down through here. Croaker works pretty good. And when it's days when it's tough fishing, throw a free line shrimp or a shrimp on popping cork. It will work. They'll eat that before they'll hit that croaker sometimes when they're just not feeding very strong. But there's all some good redfish along this bank. Like I say, the trout's on the outside, same baits. Croaker or shrimp will work, either one. Now, come on down to Corpus Christi Bayou. In through here, there's been some schools of black drum right in through here. Be careful. There is some oysters down through, but they like that cut shrimp. If you got live shrimp, it'll work, but you get a lot of perch. But there is some good black drum to be had in there. Down there, big bayou, right here where this Y is off right in here, there's been some more black drum in here, and especially this little cut right here. See this little arrow right in here, little X. There's been some good black drum hanging out here. This little flat right here has been holding some nice redfish lately. Cut mullet is the way to go on those. Okay, Corpus Christi Ship Channel. All down this old shell bank, there's been some nice trout. Croaker's the way to go. Free lining them. Or if you really want to do popping cork shrimp, you might want to use a longer leader and let them get in a little deeper. But there is some good trout all down through here. You catch a lot of shorts, but there is some good ones mixed in with it. Come on right into Point of Mustang Island, into East Flats, and this whole area is holding redfish and trout. The outside right down through here has been holding some better trout, the deeper water. The redfish are up on these shallow banks all up and down through here. And they'll hit the same thing, croaker or cut mullet. If you just want to get some popped cork shrimp, just go drift through there, go right ahead, you'll catch all of them. Now, this deeper channel's holding some black drum by these little houses right down through here. All the way up in these little mangroves right here, right up in this whole area has been holding some nice black drum in there. They like that dead shrimp. If you see them, throw on them. If you don't see them, just wait till you do, because a lot of times you throw in there, you're going to get those hard heads and perch. But take a lot of shrimp with you if you're going to do that. Okay, whenever it's not too windy or maybe early of a morning, you get out on these wells out here in Corpus Christi Bay, any of them will hold some trout. Some will hold them better than others. Usually the bigger ones work better than the smaller ones, but they can be anywhere. So we're using free line shrimp is what we catch most of them on. We'll catch a lot of shorts, but you use the croaker, you catch the big ones, you don't get near as many bites, but you catch a lot of good fish either way. Now, if you got a boat and you want to get over here, get on these rocks we call it T-heads, right down through here in front of Corpus. Pitching shrimp in there or croaker the same way, about 50 to 100 yards off. Sometimes you take that bait, though, right up on those rocks. It depends on how the fish are acting that day. But these cuts like this right here, that is the best place to go anywhere's down through here. Same with these little cuts right in between these jetties. That's where you want to fish at if you can. And like I say, there's mangroves in there. You catch those on the shrimp. Sometimes you'll find a school of black drum mixed in there as well. Now, Indian Point Pier, still catch fish out there. Get out there. It's a nice free pier. Go out there and play, and it's a good place. Now, if it's not too windy, you get on this causeway right in here by old Bird Island. Anywhere's down through here exactly, but there's some pilings under there. Be careful. But when it gets like, say, 10 o'clock in the morning, that sun gets up, gets hot, you can get under there and fish if the waves don't get you beat up. Now, there's a boat ramp over here you can launch in right here. It's pretty easy to get to. Or if you want to you can run all the way down that Portland shoreline and go back to Ingleside. But it's a long run. There is some pilings through here, some old piers. Same thing. There's some nice trout on the pilings. Usually they're out about 50, 100 away from the pilings, but sometimes early morning they will be right up on it. Croaker and live shrimp is the way to get those. Now, you get over in Ingleside. These pilings down through here and all these rocks, these new plants down through, chenier and all that, it's a good place to catch some redfish. There'll be some trout mixed in there with them. There'll be redfish and big mangroves. We did see a big triple tail right in here the other day. We didn't get him, but he was a big one right there. Anywhere's down this bank right here has been holding some nice redfish and trout. Cut mullet in the potholes is the best way to get them.
Thanks for watching. I'm Captain Stanford.